believe me when I said I love you, when you know I've been a liar all my life.
You've had that reputation since you was a youth.
You must have been insane to think I'd tell you the truth.
I-9021 390000U, with special provisions when pursuant to the Nairobi Protocol, by Mikael R. Kenoyer. At Rise, Michael sits at the coffee table with a stack of papers and a blue pen, classifying invoices for submission to U.S. Customs. His mother, Angela, is vacuuming. His father, Andrew, is reading the paper. Angela turns off the vacuum.
Andy, pick up your papers.
What?
The papers. Pick them up.
I can't hear you. The damn vacuum.
I turned off the vacuum.
Well, only you could.
Pick up the papers so I can vacuum.
Make Mikey pick up his papers. Vacuum Mikey.
I'm working, Dad.
He's working, Andrew.
Well, I'm not. I'm retired, and I want to read my papers.
I know you're retired. The party, the retirement party, I'm vacuuming for
I
it.
don't know why we have to have a party.
Because people do.
What people?
Which people?
When the event coordinator comes, I don't want her to find a house littered with newspapers.
Angie, no one needs to coordinate my retirement. I hereby retire all on my own.
The party.
What do we need a damn party for?
People throw parties, Andrew.
What people?
Which people?
How much are you spending on this, I'd like to know?
Oh, far too much. But Lydia Anderson had this event coordinator for her daughter's Sweet 16.
And we are not to be outdone.
Oh, but it was awful. Those Andersons never could hold their liquor.
This was a 16-year-old's party?
She vomited all over the birthday cake.
The kid?
Of course not. Lydia.
Lydia, oh Lydia, have you seen Lydia?
Yes, most of her. Wearing a bikini and gulping down champagne by the magnum. She got together that whole Arts Festival Board of Trustees, and they sat in a hot tub at her daughter's Sweet 16, drinking, I swear, just like sailors on leave.
When I got leave, we drank single malt whiskey out of working girls' belly buttons like Jack.
You were never a sailor.
I rode crew at Stanford.
He was never a gentleman.
But I never got leave from your mother. I made that up.
So, when they got to the cake, Lydia leads the happy birthday song, and just when they get to happy birthday, dear, oh, what's her face? What is her name? It's something odd.
The number 37.
Shaw something or Law. Oh, doesn't matter.
It's Isabel.
It isn't.
Isn't it?
No, her name is Isabel.
They seem a little, you know, to have a daughter named Isabel.
I do not know.
And you know.
Doubt it.
So, happy birthday, dear Isabel. Yes, that does sound right. And she promptly vomited all over the cake. Oh, it was just awful.
If the Andersons are upchucking all over the food, I don't know why I have to pick up my papers.
Because I said so.
You aren't my mother.
Your mother makes change in the collection plate. I have nothing to say to her. I just don't want this event coordinator to think we're messy.
We are. We're messy.
Only because it's Maria's day off. Put your papers away.
What?
4902100000 kilograms free.
Why don't you go get dressed, Andy?
I am dressed.
Go put on a tie.
I'm retired.
I know. The party.
What the hell kind of party is this?
Pictures! Pictures. Put on a tie. Michael, you might have dressed up too, you know.
I might have, but I didn't.
Please, don't be yourself today. It's a party. I can't have you moping in front of people.
I'm not moping.
You are! Mopey Mikey. I don't know how you think you're going to take over for your father. Nobody likes a moper.
Nobody likes Dad either.
Don't be ridiculous. Everyone loves your father.
I hope it's occurred to you that you're retiring too.
What? Why would I?
Because I don't want you in the office anymore.
What a horrid thing to say to your mother.
You make people nervous.
I do not.
You make me nervous.
Well, you're not people. And besides, you'll need my help.
You don't help, you flutter. Like a small dog.
Dogs don't flutter.
A 106, 1991, 20.
There is a knock at the door.
Oh, she's here. Andrew, your tie. Andrew, the papers. I thought I told you.
Andrew, you're 6215200000. Andrew, you're 4902100000.
Oh my God! Everybody just put the vacuum away, please.
Everybody?
Yes, everyone find the vacuum and put it away.
8508-110000.
Angela answers the door. Andrew exits to put the vacuum away.
Hello. Welcome to our happy home.
Hi there. Thank you.
Oh my, what a load. Michael, help.
Oh, I can get it.
Absolutely not. Michael was put on this earth to help others. Weren't you, Michael?
Doubt it.
Just take the box. Be agreeable.
Michael takes the box of party supplies.
Well, just don't stand there with it.
I absolutely can.
I'll grab the hors d'oeuvres. Where do you want me to set up?
Oh, just bring everything into the... Oh, no, better leave it in here. I haven't finished in the kitchen yet.
It's all right.
No, I don't want you to think we're messy.
Andrew enters.
We're messy, Angie.
And this is the party boy.
Nice to meet you. Happy retirement.
I was happy without a party.
That isn't nice, Andy.
How much is she paying you? She won't tell me.
You know, I can get the 1905 1990s and whatnot.
Michael hands the box off to Andrew and exits.
Nobody knows what you're talking about, Michael.
He does.
Go get dressed for the party.
Mikey has a photogenic memory.
Photographic.
I slipped the doctor a 20 to install a camera when I was born.
Photogenic is when you put a tie on.
That was a lot of money back then.
For Pete's sake. Andrew, pictures. Pictures. Put on a tie.
Angela takes the box from Andrew and hands it back to Alicia.
I'll let you set up here.
Michael re-enters with food platters.
On the 9403 40 90 60?
I don't know what that is.
Yes, that's fine.
Michael starts to exit for the kitchen.
No, Mikey, I don't want it in the kitchen.
You said the 9403 40 90 60 was fine.
Nobody knows what that is.
Other furniture and parts thereof, wooden furniture of a kind used in the kitchen, other cabinets designed for This is why you're retiring too.
Michael exits with the trays.
I don't want it, Mikey!
Angela exits behind him.
Well,
We're pleased to have you put this together for us. You come highly recommended.
oh, that's good to hear.
You threw the famous Anderson Puke Fest.
Angela shoves Michael out of the kitchen.
And stay out! So help me God, if you don't put on a tie, Andrew.
Andrew exits.
Put your office away, Michael. You don't have to help, but don't be in the way, all right? I've got to finish in the kitchen. We're not usually this messy.
Angela exits to the kitchen.
We are always this messy.
That's all right. I've certainly seen worse.
I'm sorry about my mother,
Well, don't be.
but I ought to be.
Is it okay if I set up the guest book and everything here?
Seems fine to me.
Alicia unloads party supplies. Michael returns to his work.
9503-000073. Hope you're labeled appropriately for the CPSC. Is this a 301 tariff?
He consults a printout.
Nope.
He moves on to the next packet of papers.
847130-0100. Okay. 8205-2030-00. Toolkits aren't hammers.
Michael scribbles notes.
What is it you're working on?
I'm sorry? Oh, I'm thinking out loud, aren't I?
Sort of. What is it?
Michael holds up his pen.
9608100000 requires a TASCA certificate. Blue or black, pen only, as per CFR 14190D.
Holding up entry packets.
4911998000. It's just work.
I don't know if anybody told you, but it's a party.
It's a promotion.
I thought he was retiring.
No, me. I'm taking over the family business, and we're about 15 years behind.
Oh. Congratulations.
I'm sorry, I really should be helping. Where's my 4202110030?
Pardon?
Sorry. I sometimes can't remember what I'm doing. Things are sometimes just HTSUS codes. I have to put them in the right place, I guess. Oh, there it is.
Michael packs his work up in a briefcase.
You don't have to put it away. It's all right.
No, I should, or my mother will harp at me. There isn't really going to be a party, you know.
Sure there is.
No, nobody's coming. Nobody comes to these things my mother throws. I hate to see you go through all the burden.
It's no burden. It's my job.
I know, but it seems awful somehow.
I'm sure people will come. So, what do you do?
Broker.
Stocks?
No, customs broker.
Oh, at the border.
Yeah,
That must be interesting.
it's obsessive and weird. I think I'll start telling people that I'm in imports and exports. We nudge that.
Say no more.
Sorry. Right now I'm picking up my dad's 4902100000s and 4902909020s.
Sorry, I don't speak border.
Newspapers. Appearing at least 4 times a week and appearing less than 4 times a week.
How oddly specific.
Isn't it?
You never hear of a thrice weekly paper.
That's true. I wonder why 4. I better call one of the Centers for Excellence and Expertise on Monday.
You might be taking it too seriously.
Well, nothing's too serious for the CPP. Absolutely no sense of humor in that organization since they became part of DHS.
I mean your work in general.
I could say the same about you, setting up a party for no one. Suppose they gave a party and nobody came.
I'd get paid anyway.
It was forget it. So you've been doing this for a long time?
Not really. Well, I guess it has been 6 years. That is a long time, come to think of it.
Time flies when you're having fun.
They say.
These 39, 24, 10, 40, 00,
He makes an eating motion.
Silverware?
but plastic. Where do you want it?
I think on the table.
9403, 60, 80, 40?
What?
No, you're right. It isn't. That's its actual function, but it's not it's the intended use, is it? We're just lazy and use it as a dining room table so we can turn on the 85, 28, 72, 64, 60 and not have to speak to one another while we eat. I'd say it's technically a 9403, 60, 80, 81. I don't know about you, but I like a good other. I'm sorry, obviously it doesn't matter. Tell me about your 6 years in the wonderful world of event coordinating.
It's wonderful. Is something bothering you?
Why do you ask?
Angela enters.
Is it Alisa or Alyssa? Lisa?
Alicia.
Are you sure?
Oh God, Mother! She knows her own name.
Well, I didn't know. With the spelling, I wasn't sure. I've never seen it that way.
My parents thought they were creative.
Artists.
No, just with my name.
Oh,
Mom doesn't like artists.
Michael. Why would you make something like that up? I adore artists.
Did you need something?
Oh, no, sweetie. I just wanted to be sure I had it right. I have some calls to make.
Angela exits.
She's calling her friends to gloat.
What about?
You.
Why?
Well, we all heard such great things about Lydia Anderson's party for her daughter's sweet 16.
Yeah?
I was particularly fond of the episode in which she hurled on the birthday cake.
Is that what your dad was talking about?
Whoever knows what my dad is talking about?
That's what people are saying about my parties?
Oh, everyone knows it wasn't your cake. It was the booze in the hot tub that did it.
That's awful.
Well, you were there.
No, I had no idea. I just set up and tear down. I had no clue I've been threading Romanesque banquets, complete with vomitoriums.
Adult supervision isn't part of your service?
Maybe I'll offer it as an add-on option.
Andrew enters.
Angie, I can't get this damn tie on.
She's in the kitchen.
Oh,
Angela enters.
What?
I can't get this tie
Well,
on.
then go get a different tie.
You sent them to the cleaners.
They were dirty.
Ties don't get dirty. Angie.
Yours do.
They untied them all, and now I can't get them retied.
I've got Cora Ellis on the phone.
Retied is how you say retired if you're from Habit.
I don't have time for this.
I haven't had to tie a tie in 30 years.
It's good to pick up hobbies when you retire, you know.
Come here, you big baby. I'll do it.
I don't trust you, woman. You'll tie a noose. She's trying to kill me for my money.
Why can't your father behave in front of company, Michael?
She isn't company, she's hired. Can you tie a tie?
Adult supervision costs extra, Dad.
I like a woman who can tie a tie.
Why don't you go find a clip-on if you're not going to let me do it?
I never needed a clip-on in my life.
You are a dirty old man.
You can't live without me.
Andrew exits to the bedroom. Angela exits to the kitchen.
You'll have to excuse my father. He is a bumbling idiot. I can see why you don't stick around for these things.
People are always at their best or their worst at parties.
This is absolutely as good as it gets, I assure you.
Michael picks up a photo album.
What do you think of a 62307 90 98 89?
I think it's a photo album.
Well, it's an other, but in this case, you're right.
I think it's nice to put photo albums out at parties.
It's like being haunted by the ghosts of parties past.
What? We just put it with the guest book and the card holder.
Card holder?
The basket?
Oh, the 4602 110900.
So you have a number for everything.
Almost everything. Have you seen a tariff book? It's this big?
I see them all the time.
Really?
Oh yeah, in the schools, at the library, one in every hotel nightstand, of course, and 3 different companies still leave one on my doorstep every year. I toss them in the garbage, but sometimes keep the magnet. They stick on the covers.
You're cute.
Andrew enters.
All I could find was this bow tie. Do I look like Fred Astaire?
No.
Your mother says I look like Fred Astaire when I wear a bow tie.
Andrew exits into the kitchen.
Just as well. My mother thinks she's Ginger Rogers.
Every woman thinks she's Ginger Rogers.
I don't know. You seem more like Jane Powell to me.
That's hurtful. But fair.
Andrew enters.
Your mother's calling off the party.
Angela follows.
I'm not calling off the party.
You just called Cynthia Baker to say it was off.
It isn't off. I just don't want her showing up drunk.
Well, I don't want her here if she's sober.
So she's not coming at all. So what's the difference?
There isn't going to be a party.
Andy, go repark the car.
What?
The car. Repark it.
Why?
So the guests can park in the driveway.
So the guests can park in the driveway?
Are you deaf or just dumb? You heard me.
So the guests can park in the driveway.
Andrew exits.
Oh, your father is losing his mind.
It isn't a great loss.
Michael, you could make things easier, you know.
Atlantis, the Library of Alexandria, and my father's mine.
Things are going to get awfully difficult, you know. He'll putter.
Oh, he wouldn't dare.
He will. He'll putter. It's what he does on Saturdays. What are you doing, Andrew? I ask him. Oh, just puttering, he says. Just popping in and out of rooms all day. Angie, where did I put the Times? Angie, what'd I do with the Post? Angie, I'm losing my darn mind. And I put my underwear on backwards again.
Oh my God.
Well, he does. And I have a heart condition.
You do not.
I do. I can't get overexcited.
You don't even have a human heart. You have a 90-21-39-0000.
Words, Mikey, words. Numbers are not words.
Sure they are. 1, 2, 3, words. And that's Shakespeare.
Andrew enters.
I've reparked the car.
Shakespeare isn't words.
I put it out in the circle.
Shakespeare is condescending English major bull hoot.
I hope nobody hits it.
You still owe me $38,000 for bull
I
hooting.
just had it washed.
Shit, mother shit. Bullshit is the word you are looking for. And if you can't be polite about it, 3101-000000.
I think I'll repark it.
Andrew exits. Angela storms off into the kitchen.
That was telling and awful. I apologize.
You don't have to keep apologizing for your family.
But if I don't, who will? My mother doesn't have a heart condition, you know. She's just getting old and all of her friends have something.
I think that's a terrible thing to say.
It is, but only because it's true. Take Margie, one of the ladies in Mom's Save the whatever they're saving this month, one of the brunch groups. Might have started as a book club? I don't know. Margie has breast cancer, and Margie is therefore not invited to Save the Brunch Club anymore because she has breast cancer, and my mother thinks that's distracting.
It is. My mother had breast cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry, survivor.
No. But she threw the best parties.
Now that's a terrible thing to say.
But it's true. Everyone was happy at my mother's parties. There was plenty of food and drink and laughing. And she made hot chocolate like you wouldn't believe.
1806-90, somewhere depending on milk and sugar content. Possibly sugar quota? I'm sorry, that was rude of me. You shared a nice memory and I regurgitated some codes.
Why do you do that?
I don't know. Work. What can you do?
Work isn't life.
Wouldn't it be funny if that was true? And that's Tennessee Williams.
It is true. Life is out there. It's everywhere.
Music swells. Our protagonist smiles ever so slightly to indicate he has found new hope before disappearing into a crowd. Camera pans out. The crowd is a city. The city is a country, a continent, the whole globe, an infinite universe. Credits.
I just don't think you look for it.
Honestly, I wouldn't know where to begin to look.
Family? Friends? The guy at the coffee shop who makes small talk with you while he fixes your half-cap soy latte?
Family. Your mother made hot chocolate. Mine makes racist remarks and appointments to have her nails done.
Well, we're all different.
Yes, and we're all special.
Your sarcasm isn't lost on me, you know.
I know. This is why. Because I say stupid things and when I have a chance, but others are stupid too.
I only mean that everybody has their quirks. Nobody's perfect. Families aren't perfect either.
Yours must have been. The hot chocolate parties and everybody laughing. You grew up in a sitcom with a full laugh track. I grew up in a single camera household where everyone only gets their own jokes and we reshoot if anyone so much as cracks a smile.
That is an astounding oversimplification.
No, an oversimplification is Noah requiring a simp filing for rockfish fillets just so they can be disclaimed. Or should I say, it's an oversimplification?
That's amazing.
Isn't it? I have a newsletter you may subscribe to.
I mean you.
I am amazing. Well, I will explore that further in the next newsletter where I rhapsodize about my involvement in CBP issuing CSMS number 19000183 regarding the expiration date of OMB form 06480651.
I have never seen anyone redirect like that. What on earth are you hiding?
Life, apparently, according to the girl with the 4813300000s.
Are you like repressing something? Or is there something deeply wrong with you that you're sublimating into numbers? Or are you just an asshole?
Wow, somebody's getting high marks in her community college psych course. course.
Ah, the job, right?
I'm sorry?
My job, service industry. I couldn't possibly have a 4-year degree, could I?
That isn't what I meant.
Then what?
No, you're right. That's exactly what I meant. But I didn't mean it.
If it makes you feel better, since you're stereotyping, I'm a single mother, too.
That does make me feel better.
Angela enters from the kitchen, shoving Andrew out.
Out! Out of my kitchen! You're driving me insane!
Nobody has to drive you anywhere.
Out!
Except at night. Mother's blind as a bat at night now.
And stay out!
And another thing, it's my kitchen. I paid to renovate it.
It's starting, Michael. I told you. He just popped up in the kitchen.
I absolutely don't need details about your sordid intimacies.
He went out the front, puttered around to the back, and just popped up in the kitchen.
I think I resent that. I don't pop.
Pop! 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 I've got high blood pressure because of it.
She told me it was a headache.
Andrew winks at Alicia and exits to the bedroom.
And I need to talk to you about the cream cheese.
0406 1080 400 might be over the quota. I'd have to check.
Use your words, Mikey. The cream cheese is out on the counter again.
The 9403 40 90 60?
Well, what is it doing on the counter?
Nothing, I imagine, as it's an inanimate object.
What I mean is why? Why is the cream cheese out on the...
The 0406 1080 400?
Yes, why is that?
FDA product 1280.
Why is it on the counter?
The 9403 40 90
Why
60?
do I bother?
She exits.
Is that why you do it?
Do what?
The numbers?
The classification is according to the Harmonized Tariff Schedule of the United States 2019 Revision 3?
Sure. Is it?
I don't know.
You don't want to talk to your mother, so you say numbers and she gives up and goes away.
It doesn't always work. Handy when it does, though, isn't it?
Actually, it's kind of obnoxious.
But so is my mother.
Oh,
Don't you think?
I have no idea what you want me to say.
Say that she is. She's obnoxious and awful. People just are.
I think that's terrible.
Only because it's true.
Angela pokes her head out of the kitchen.
Michael, is Danny here yet?
Danny?
Yes, Danny. Is she here?
Why would she be?
She said she was on her way.
You called her.
Yes. Just send her into the kitchen when she gets here.
Angela disappears back to the kitchen.
See, there's gonna be a party after all.
No. It isn't going to be a party, it's going to be a debacle. My ex-wife.
Oh, I'm sorry.
For what? You didn't drive her into the arms of another man?
I suppose not.
Angela peeks out of the kitchen again.
And remember, don't tell your father anything about, you know, he likes Danny. I mean, even though she has a boy's name. I don't want him to worry about your marriage falling apart. You know, it's his big day. So, not a word to your father.
Andrew enters from the bedroom, now wearing a vest.
Not a word about what?
Nothing.
Not a word about nothing?
No, not nothing. Talk about something, just not that thing.
Angela returns to the kitchen. Andrew follows her.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, go fast and say.
It must be a hereditary aversion to talking about things that matter.
I'm adopted.
Are you?
Why would I make that up?
Did you?
Yes.
I think it would be alright if we move that chair over there just to open up the room a little bit.
Oh, sure. Nobody sits in the 9401 69 60 11. Other than upholstered. So not particularly comfortable. Yeah, I see your point. I'm doing it again. So, what's your degree in?
I don't have one.
Ah, well, Danny and I aren't divorced yet.
I see.
Did you know that FCC data sets are no longer required to be submitted via ABI since the implementation of ACE?
I did not.
Now you do. transmission from ACS. The FCC hasn't developed a PGA set.
I mean with your wife.
Oh.
Start speaking your secret language again. I thought maybe you wanted to talk about your wife.
Andrew enters with the food trays.
Angie wants these out here now.
Great, just on the table, please.
The 9403 60 80 81.
What? No.
We came to that consensus earlier.
Is my kid showing off again?
I honestly can't tell.
He's got a photographic memory, you know. He used to quote Shakespeare. God, it was something. He'd come to dinner and sniff at his plate. Something is spoiled in the state of Denmark, he'd say.
Rotten.
Used to drive his poor mother up the wall.
I can imagine.
Now it's these tariff numbers and regulations and explanatory notes. And those nitwits at customs change their damn minds every other day, and they send you 6 emails every time they do. I got 18 messages one day to say there was snow in Buffalo and they were closed. Lord, am I glad to get the hell out of this business. You damn near got to have a photographic memory to do this work anymore.
Andrew exits to the kitchen.
You're looking at me.
You're the only person in the room.
Right. Did you know that during the government shutdown, the steel import monitoring analysis? No. Obviously you did not know that. And certainly you don't care. Tell me about your kids, I guess.
I only have one, if you can believe it.
I can believe anything if I try.
Well, her name is Mackenzie, and she just turned 13.
I bet she had a spectacular birthday party.
No one threw up, if that's what you meant.
It isn't. Is it as awful having a teenager as they say?
Not yet, but she's a pretty amazing kid.
She'd have to be.
I do have to pick her up from soccer practice here in a bit and run her to ballet.
She sounds busy.
Well, I like to keep her involved.
So where's her dad?
That really isn't polite conversation, is it?
I wouldn't know. It's the weather, right? That people talk about. Well, that's what Gilbert and Sullivan believe.
When it's in season.
That's the great thing about weather. Always in season.
I didn't leave him.
What?
Mackenzie's dad. My husband. That's what you were going to ask.
I wasn't. I was going to ask what you thought about all this rain. Okay, I was. I was probably going to say something awful. That's what I do when there isn't a classification or regulation for something. So he left me.
Not exactly.
Right, because who knows why people fall out of love, assuming you loved him to begin with.
I still love him.
Ah. There's always football. People talk about that.
When it's in season.
Is it?
Not yet.
Too bad.
I'm a Broncos fan myself.
Who cares?
You brought it up.
Well, I'm an 0101300000, and you shouldn't listen to me.
I have to go soon, really. If you think everything looks alright.
It's perfect. I've never seen such a perfect party. Of course, no one else is going to see it, but I think it's lovely.
Your wife will see it.
Ah, that's it.
What?
I called her my ex-wife, but you called her my wife.
You said you weren't divorced yet.
Only to cheer myself up.
So you're still married, which means she's still your wife.
Is it wonderful being divorced?
I wouldn't know. My husband died.
Did you make that up?
What? Why would I make something like that up?
I would. People are much more sympathetic when the spouse is dead. If you're divorced, it could be your fault and maybe you're a jerk. Separated is worse. Still cheating, and who needs that on again, off again high school crap?
Well, just about party time. I guess I can set out the snacks.
Alicia uncovers the food trays.
I'm sorry. What I meant to say is that I'm very sorry about your husband.
Angela enters from kitchen, followed by Andrew.
Party, party. Who's here?
No one. It's me. Party of one.
Try the food, Mikey. before the guests arrive.
What guests?
Which guests?
Come on, just a little taste test.
The little weenies are my favorite.
Cocktail hot dogs, Andy. Don't be obscene.
Try the little weenies, my favorite.
I don't want a little weenie.
That's what she said.
Oh, fine.
Michael shoves a bunch in his mouth.
Mikey likes it.
That stopped being funny when I was 7.
Oh, we have to take pictures.
Nobody's here.
The food. The food.
Who takes pictures of food?
Everyone takes pictures of food now, Andy.
What for? Who cares what the food looks like?
How can you say that in front of Alisa?
Alicia.
That's not how it's spelled.
My parents were too poor to spring for an H.
Where's my phone? Andrew?
Your phone? Is there anyone in the area code you haven't called yet today?
To take pictures. My cell phone.
Why don't you just get out the camera?
9006 52 9160.
Nobody takes pictures with cameras anymore.
Who's nobody?
Everybody! Why are you being so difficult today? Where's my cell phone?
8517 12005.
Nobody understands when you do that, Michael.
Alicia does.
You have your phone. You can take pictures for me. Oh, you can put pictures on Facebook for me.
Fine.
Oh, get the food. And the napkins and the cutlery. Oh, look how nice everything is.
Michael takes pictures.
Hashtag blessed.
Get the whole room now. Oh, and get me.
She poses.
Okay, now and your father and me. Look happy, Andrew.
I am happy.
Smile then.
I am smiling.
You don't look like you're smiling.
This is how I smile. This is how I always smile.
I'll Photoshop a smile in later. It's fine.
Well, I think everything is set.
Oh, it's just lovely.
I'll run along then.
You are a doll.
I thought she was going to stay. Isn't that why we hired her?
I didn't hire party guests, Andrew.
Aren't there games or anything?
What do you want? Pin the tail on the donkey?
I don't know.
You aren't turning 5, Andrew.
Forget it.
I'll be back at 6 to tear down.
She has to pick up Mackenzie from soccer practice and take her to ballet class. Mackenzie is very involved.
Well, that's all right.
It isn't all right. It's perfect. It's fantastic. Wonderful. Just perfect. It really is.
Nobody's arguing.
You're right. What an unsettling departure from the norm. Aren't the Andersons having another party today, Mom?
Are they?
I think so. I think Lydia Anderson is posting some swanky affairs this very afternoon.
Why?
Why not?
How could she have a party without Alyssa?
Alicia!
Is it really important to snark about the spelling of Alicia's name?
I'm trying to be sensitive.
Don't you think you should find out if your arch nemesis is trying to subvert you?
You are so ridiculous sometimes.
I think Parties by Pam might be doing the Anderson event.
That's what I heard.
Whose Parties by Pam? Oh, never mind. Andy, you go over there.
Or where?
To the Andersons.
Why?
Well, I don't know. Go borrow a cup of sugar or something.
Do we need a cup of sugar?
Well, why would we borrow a cup of sugar if we didn't need a cup of sugar?
What for?
1905, 90, 1050.
God, that gets old.
Cake.
Cake, yes.
I don't want cake.
Everyone else does.
I'm not supposed to have much sugar.
I know
It's
that.
just diabetes.
I know, Andrew. Andrew, go get the sugar.
You trying to kill me, woman?
Everyone expects cake now, Andy. Go get the sugar.
You get the sugar. I'm retired.
Get the 1905 90 10 50, Dad. It's over quota.
All right. I'll get the damn sugar so we can have some damn cake.
Andrew exits.
Well, damn.
Watch your mouth.
Don't you have to go re-invite everyone you uninvited so they won't defect to Team Lydia?
You are dreadful to your mother sometimes.
Angela exits.
Thank you.
For what?
Backing up my story.
I have no idea why I said that.
Because they bring out the worst in everyone.
I'm sure that's not true.
Oh, it is though. You only see the best in people, don't you?
Not only the best, but it makes life a little nicer to notice the good, don't you think?
Clearly that is not what I think.
Try it sometime. Mikey might like it.
I do see the worst in people. Everyone but you.
You're still married,
It's a technicality.
and I'm still in love with my husband.
Yeah? What was the good you noticed about your husband?
Travis was just extraordinarily kind. He made time for everyone. Even when he's pulling night shifts at the hospital, he made it to every one of Mackenzie's Little League games. He volunteered at a retirement home, knew all the residents and remembered their grandkids and kids by name.
He sounds like a saint.
He wasn't. But he had this contagious enthusiasm about him. He was excited about everything, and he was excited about people and what they were interested in. He could strike up in conversation with a total stranger at the grocery store and leave them feeling like they just met their biggest fan. One of those amazing energy givers.
I would hate to be someone you admire. They all wind up dead.
Wow. Do you actually consider what you're going to say before it comes out of your mouth?
Hardly ever. I'm a real 39, 26, 90, 2100.
Okay, I'm going to go.
Don't you want to slap me on your way out?
Yeah, I do want to.
I promise to turn the other cheek.
Why are you angry at me?
I'm not. I'm angry with myself for saying stupid things and thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not angry at you. And I apologize for getting angry at you. Did you know? No, and you don't care.
Doesn't seem very important.
It isn't.
Then quit doing that.
I can't. It's my job.
You are your job.
Maybe I should be. Maybe I could just be a customs broker instead of a person.
What's wrong with being a person?
People are stupid.
Thanks.
I don't mean you. Just people. General people. People let you down, you let people down. People actually make no sense. The world makes no sense. I mean, why would all of these genuinely good people in your life die? And why would my mom's friend Margie get cancer? Margie, who's never done anything stupid or selfish in her life. She wears these spectacularly white socks and looks like something out of Breakfast at Tiffany's, just classy for no occasion whatsoever. She takes soup to sick old ladies and sings Georgia on My Mind at the piano bar downtown, and she's dying. So maybe if things made sense, like in a romantic comedy, if the boys always got the girl and didn't sleep with his best friend, like in some other cliche, or if the guy who makes my coffee actually said musing, if inept things, maybe Margie wouldn't have to wear somebody else's hair. 0501-000000. That's the classification for human hair, because that's something you can classify. And if you hold the power of attorney for the importer of record and ensure that the monetary guidelines for setting bond amounts are complied with, you could submit an informal entry on Margie's behalf. Pay your 1.4% duty and $2.10 merchandising processing fee via ACH, unless there's a trade agreement in place making it eligible for a duty-free treatment. If the human hair has already been manufactured into a wig, you would classify it as a 6704-200000, and it would be duty-free. Either way, I could import it, she could wear it, and there'd still be no good reason why she got cancer and had to wear it in the first place. It's stupid, but it's true. People are stupid in real life, and they shouldn't be. They talk about the weather and football when there's when they're in season and they fall in love with the wrong people. They get drunk and they say stupid things. They borrow sugar from neighbors and nothing ever comes of it. Nobody learns anything, not in real life. It doesn't make sense and it doesn't really matter. Matter. Nobody changes like they do in the movies or literature. Nothing changes, and custom regulations are changing a little every day. And you've got classifications and rules of interpretation and acronyms galore, form numbers, license anti-dumping and countervailing cases, special provisions, 14,000 things to remember and a million more you can look up, and they keep changing things and implementing new and quirkier automated systems and sending out CSMS messages and clogging the Federal Register. And maybe it isn't important. I mean, it's not important, but it's something. It's 14,000 things, and if you're good, you get it right, all 14,000, most of the time. If you missed something, you file a post-summary correction or a protest. Worst case scenario, you're issued a penalty you can probably mitigate, and in real life, you can't do that, and you're going to get most of it wrong, and you're going to say something stupid because people do. They let you down.
People don't let me down.
Not even your husband?
No.
I'd like you to explain that.
What's to explain? People die. It's part of life.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Forget it.
Now you're angry at me.
I just don't see the point in trying.
What do you mean?
You seem to want something from me, but I can't figure out what it is, so I'm sorry.
I don't want anything.
Okay, gotta run.
Yeah. Okay, that's for the best, isn't it? You just set up and tear down. You don't have to stay because people really are at their worst at a party, aren't they?
Or their best. I think I said.
I said this was our best, but I guess I was making that up.
Good. There is a knock at the door. Danny enters.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Your lovely wife.
Lovely wife.
It's good to see you too.
Danny, this is Alicia. She spells it with only one S and no H. My mother, as you can imagine, is furious about it. Alicia, this is Danny. As a homophobic, my father continues to find this hilarious.
Nice to meet you.
Me too.
That's all the exposition I've got. We were talking about the weather.
Really? Fascinating.
You're welcome to join if you think you can behave yourself.
And if I can't,
We'll talk about football.
I'll watch myself then.
I'll see you later.
Yes, darling.
To pack up! Oh my god!
She's leaving me too.
You are literally the worst, Michael.
Alicia exits.
Did you know that woman is still in love with her husband?
It's been known to happen.
I think it's only because he's dead. He was some sort of minor saint, and I think there's a statue of him at the hospital. He's got a soccer ball for some reason.
Oh yeah, and there's a water bottle that's actually a small fountain.
That sprays Gatorade. Would you love me if I were dead?
I'd love you if I thought you were alive.
Rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated. Rumors, reports of.
How have you been?
Fine. You?
Fine.
Well, that's fine.
Do you know your dad's wandering the neighborhood with a cup of sugar?
Part of Mom's plot to kill him.
That makes sense.
By the by, Mom is the word on our separation. Mom doesn't want the party that isn't happening spoiled for Dad.
It's a separation now? I thought we were just taking a break.
Yes, and it's not you, it's me.
Ah.
Guess you better scoot on into the kitchen.
A woman's place and all that?
I was instructed to send you.
Like a sheep to slaughter.
Why are you even here, Danny?
Your mother invited me.
Wrong. You're here to keep up the illusion that all is as it should be and nothing could be otherwise in this best of all possible worlds.
Translation?
We're fine. I'm fine. You're fine. Everyone is happy and nobody is getting a divorce.
Are we?
I don't know. You might.
Were we going to talk about it first?
Seems like it might come up.
Or we could try to work things out.
Which things?
I don't even know. You haven't said word one about it. You just packed up and moved out and don't call me back. Whatever it is that's wrong with us that I don't know anything about.
Prepositions aren't words to end sentences.
Don't be an ass.
A 101-30-0000.
You know, all my friends' husbands just bought big trucks or gaming systems to contend with their midlife crises.
Crisis. The plural of crisis is crisis.
But you quit your job and went to work for your parents. We're all Oh, very impressed that you got your license in the dullest profession known to man. I hope you're genuinely fulfilled just spouting numbers for the rest of your life.
There's more than numbers, you know.
I do know that. Do you?
It's just too much right now, okay?
I'm not going to wait around forever for you to figure this out, just so you know.
It's all right. You can sleep with my best friend in the meantime.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I think I made that up to make myself feel better.
You're a crazy person!
Crazy about you.
Michael extends his hand and gazes at her.
It's obscene to flirt with your own wife.
Angela enters.
Oh, Danny, good. I thought you decided not to come.
Why wouldn't I? I'm fine. We're fine. Everyone is happy.
Where's the party boy?
Benedict Arnold is at Lydia Anderson's party.
What?
Went for sugar?
What for?
The cake? Mom, you sent him for sugar for the cake.
Oh, that's right.
Andrew enters with sugar.
I got the sugar.
Oh, good. We can have cake now.
I'm not supposed to have cake.
I know
It's
that.
this diabetes.
We know that, Andrew. Nobody needs to hear about it.
It's my party, after all.
People expect cake at parties.
What people?
Which people?
Oh, hi, Danny.
Tell me about Lydia Anderson's party.
What?
Lydia Anderson, is she having a party?
How would I know? It was not my day to watch her.
You were just where?
Where?
Lydia Anderson's. Lydia Anderson's?
Why would I go to see that old biddy?
The sugar for the cake.
I went to the Trentons
Why would you do that?
to ask for a cup of sugar.
Fine. The party's off.
What?
It's off.
Angie?
What? What? You didn't even want a party. And now it's off, so what's the difference?
I don't know why you have to call off the damn party over a cup of sugar.
Because she uninvited everyone. Because that's what she does. She doesn't want a party, she wants pictures of hors d'oeuvres to show her so-called friends so that everyone thinks that she had a party that they were uninvited to.
I don't think your mother would do that.
I assure you that what you think is irrelevant to whether or not she did.
I knew I shouldn't have put a tie on.
Happy retirement. Go take it off now.
I just put it on.
Well, I guess I can help with the food away. You won't have to cook for a week.
Don't be ridiculous. I never cook.
She thinks a smoke detector is a timer.
Don't do I'm tired.
Well, I'm retired.
Go put the food away.
Why?
Because it's food. It has to be put away.
Well, now, I don't know. What should I do? Take off my tie, or put the food away?
The food. Nobody cares about your tie.
Then why did I put it on?
First the food, then the tie. You're helpless. Helpless. Why do I have to tell you everything 5 times before you listen?
Some party this is.
Andrew exits to the kitchen.
What does he think he's going to put away? He forgot the food. I'm going to find his bow tie in the crisper drawer.
Angela follows him to the kitchen.
Huh. She forgot the food too.
I'll find it out later. Spoiler alert, she wins.
I'm not your mom, you know.
God almighty DaCosta, I know that.
And you aren't your dad.
I am my own grandpa.
Well, looks like my services are no longer needed.
We've been firing guests all day. It isn't personal.
I guess I'll see you when I see you.
Don't go. I gotta talk to you.
You ought to? About what?
I don't know.
We never did get around to the weather.
True. My weather app says 63 on Monday.
Mine says rain, but the radio says sunny.
The Channel 13 guy says it's clear through Wednesday, but what does that muppet know? I don't know if I'm cut out for this.
Well, small talk is taxing.
You know I made Margie up?
I did not know that. Who's Margie?
A sweet old lady who's dying because people talk about football.
I was thinking of joining the walk against football this year.
I further allege that my mother had kicked a cancer patient out of a book club.
To be fair, she probably has.
I think I was trying to impress that girl.
Yes, we have the female persuasion swoon over imaginary cancer patients.
I have long suspected as much. I'm not entirely sure what's wrong with me.
Are you gonna come home sometime, or is this it?
I'll try. I don't want to let you down. I don't want to be that person.
Then don't.
I want to tell you, I am 9021390000 you.
What?
I heart you.
Cute, Michael.
With special provisions when pursuant to the Nairobi Protocol. Of course, that's an artificial heart, and it's another classification. It's the best I can do.
I sincerely hope that's not true.
Danny exits. Andrew enters from the kitchen.
Your mother is losing her damn mind.
I've suspected that for years.
Angela enters.
Your father's losing his mind.
Is there an echo in here?
What's that supposed to mean?
Did you two ever love each other?
What the hell kind of question is that?
An earnest question, an honest question, a sincere and deeply important question. Did you ever love Mom?
Yeah, sure I did.
What do you mean by that? You did. And now what?
Of course I love you, you old bat.
Andy, I'm not a bat.
I must have been thinking of someone else.
I love you too, you big dummy.
Michael puts on his coat and grabs his briefcase.
Michael, are you going?
I am.
What about my retirement party?
Oh, it's off, Andy. There's no party.
Then why'd I put this damn tie on?
Because it makes you look like Fred Astaire.
Thank you, Ginger.
Anything you can do, I can do backwards. And in heels.
I can do anything backwards of you. Where are you headed, Mikey?
To the florist. I think I'll buy a dozen 06, 03, 11, 0060s for my wife.
Danny loves roses.
Yeah. You got one, Mom. I guess we'll see you at the office on Monday.
Be good.
I don't know if it's in me to be good, but at least I'll try and be better.
Michael leaves. Andrew pulls Angela close to him and spins her. The lights fade on Fred and Ginger.
You say either, I say either. You say neither, I say neither. Either, neither, neither. Let's call the whole thing off. You like potato, and I like potato. You like tomato, and I like tomato. Potato, tomato, tomato. Oh, let's call the whole thing off. Oh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part. And oh, if we ever part, then that might break my heart. So if you like pajamas and I like pajamas, I'll wear pajamas and give up pajamas. For we know we need each other, so we better call the calling off. Oh, let's call the whole